My mom told me not to talk to strangers on the internet, but I'm glad I didn't listen. We are the Certified Nunas, your sisters in love of Asian entertainment.
Hi, I'm Amanda.
I'm Jessie.
I'm Dahlia.
I'm Sky.
I know that I sound like a 98-year-old emphysemic, but I just have been recovering from just the
Mega
worst. It's been bad. It's been bad, ladies. Like, I was like in bed, unable to get out of bed for like 3 days this week. It was not good. Anyway, so we've had to keep postponing that. We're recording this at like the weirdest time when we never record. It's like 11 o'clock on a Friday night. Good thing that we're like middle-aged ladies who don't go out and party anymore.
We're not at the bar.
This is interrupting my clubbing time. Like,
I know. It's pretty wild. But anyway, in addition to the cold weather bringing me cold, the cold weather has brought itself. Cold, snow, winter, that sort of thing. What a wonderful segue I've just pulled in, because today we're talking about winter dramas. Now, we talked about summer dramas, but I feel like there's a lot more ambiguity as to what a winter drama is. And like what you think a good winter drama is might be different than what another one of us thinks a good winter drama is. So, what is everyone's opinion on what makes a good winter drama?
I don't want it to be comedic.
Cannot laugh when it's cold outside.
Well, I just want it to be like kind of chill. Like, so it's not like really bouncy and happy. Like, just want it to kind of like, it doesn't have to be like full
summer.
out like, it doesn't have to full out be like, you know, a murder show. I mean, it probably will be because that's what I would watch. But like, if I was thinking of something, just, you know, something that like embodies like snuggling up in a blanket and just like hanging out and just kind of being really chill.
I think personally for me, I'm more open to more serious dramas when the weather changes for some reason. Like, I do think when it's warmer outside, I typically go for the lighter stuff. Maybe because I'm outside more, I'm not quite sure. But when it comes to like the serious or even kind of the more suspenseful, I do think I'm more open to that when I'm indoors more. I guess I have a little bit more time, feels like.
Yeah, for me, like, the winter is when I don't do anything because, one, I hate being cold, and I hate snow, and of course I live in Canada, where it is both cold and covered in snow, but that's okay because I can just stay inside. So I like watching dramas in the winter. One, if they're set in the winter, perfect, but two, if, like, there's something about them that keep, like, you have a lot of time, so you want to keep binging. So you need that sort of like, yes, next one, another one.
So not new ones, or like currently airing.
No, I'm not saying that currently airing, but ones that make you want to keep watching them. But I do binge a lot more in the winter than I do in the summer, because
me too.
Leave the house. No, thank you.
I remember reading a review one time of a saga in the summer, and it was like, I can't watch this because it's too damn hot to be this damn sad. And I was like, yeah, I felt that. I was like, yeah, see, I could probably watch this drama if it was the winter right now, but like in the summer I can't handle it. And I'm like, yeah, like I think like Maya Jushi was in the winter, and it felt like it was so dreary and dark at the beginning. It's like, ugh, because you could kind of see the light at the end of the tunnel. It was almost like hopeful for the like spring is going to come after the end of this winter. I can see the light. It's going to be warm again, and I don't know. I'm willing to be heavy more in the winter. Yeah.
Interesting.
I do think binging does happen more for me too during the winter. I'm not saying consistently, but season wise, I will probably binge a bit more.
Yeah, it's like you don't want to do anything in the winter. You just want to put on some nice warm sweatpants, make a cup of hot cocoa, and watch something nice, you know, with
for like 7 hours straight.
Yeah, like you want to get in bed, plug in your phone, cuddle up under your sleeping bag or whatever. I sleep with a sleeping bag because I'm freezing all the time. And, just hold that tiny little screen right next to your face and just, like, laugh hysterically or cry or whatever while your husband looks at you like you're insane. Isn't that what everyone does in the winter? Is that just me?
See, I don't actually have that option because I work in theater, so I'm in Christmas show land, and then our biggest thing that we do at my theater is in January through March, so I can't binge because I just don't have time.
The reverse issue.
Yeah.
So you need, like, Japanese dramas. You
really basically. I just
Japanese
need
dramas during that
time.
Short
and
not
get
light.
through it. Not light.
You need some drama specials.
Yeah, drama specials are, like, perfect for this time.
I mean, I do also, as far as winter dramas go, knitwear is nice. So, like, because, like, K-dramas, they tend to actually film them as they're airing, so they tend to be in season. So you get a lot of nice, like, scarves and sweaters.
Jackets, too.
Yeah.
Ooh, the coat game, even the
Forest
female lead.
Okay, so speaking of coat game, this is actually like another mother story. My mom, Mama J, she just shows up as a hilarious character often. We were watching Jugglers, and she was like, okay, you want me to believe that this girl is, like, struggling financially, but she owns, like, 9 wool peacoats. Are you high? Just like, wow, like, just suspend your disbelief for, like, 10 minutes. Like, they might be cheap coats. She's like, those aren't cheap coats. I know cheap coats when I see them. I'm like,
need to get that PPE money.
Yeah, I'm like, they gotta pay for the show somehow, Mom. Like, it can't all be Dysons in Subway. Like,
I saw one the other night. I was watching, was it last night? Maybe last night. I was watching, and it was a product placement for makeup, and she borrowed another girl's eyeliner. And I was like,
no, that was until we meet again. I remember that because I was watching it and I was like, girl, that's how you get pink eye.
no. This is not good.
Okay, borrow some blush, sure. Borrow some lipstick if you're friends. Borrow some eyeliner? Hell no. Don't do that. Ooh. The show's really good though, despite
that one flaw.
It's very good, but girl, no. Don't do it. It's bad.
Spin your weekly PSA from the Nunas. Don't share your eyeliner.
If it goes around your eyes, don't share it. Don't share your eyeliner. Don't share your mascara. No.
You can share sunglasses. That's as close as it gets.
Pretty much. Like, eyeshadow is pushing it. You know? Like, use a sterilized brush. You'll be fine. But no. Girl, no. If we're getting back on track,
it's gonna be a great episode.
on like the thought of like PPE, do you know what would be a great way that this podcast could help fund itself without having to go to corporate sponsorship? You're right, that's another fire segue from Natalia that's telling you that maybe if you have a few extra bucks this winter season, you might want to spend it on the Nunas over at our coffee at ko-fi.com/certified Nunas, where we put up extras, videos, all sorts of fun nonsense just for you, our supporters, and it helps fund this podcast amazingly, which is not free, though we give it to you for free. And worry not, the podcast itself will never be behind a paywall. That ain't how we play. But if you want to help keep our holidays jolly, feel free to go to ko-fi.com/certified Nunas and help us out a bit. And if you don't have the money, I get it. I am dirt poor as well. Just tell your friends who might want to listen to this podcast to give it a listen. Anyway, back to our regularly scheduled content about winter dramas. Now is the part where we talk about what we think is our favorite winter drama. What recommendations do we have for you, our beautiful listeners for what you might enjoy watching this winter season. Starting with Sky. We're going to start with Sky. We're doing it backwards.
I'm going to apologize in advance because I'm probably going to steal somebody else's. So I'm sorry. White Christmas, which I know we talked about that a lot during our Christmas episode, but I really think that tonally and even the color in it and everything, I mean, it is a drama special, so it's shorter, and it doesn't really feel Christmassy at all despite the title.
No, no.
No, it's not Christmassy.
The title is very misleading. Very misleading.
But it's pretty much a suspenseful snow drama is what it comes down to. Lots of snow, lots of suspense, lots of cold breathing. So,
And there's a scarf, a nice scarf.
There is a nice scarf.
There is a beautiful scarf.
So it's very, like, engaging. Like, it's a really, like, once you start watching it, you don't want to stop watching it.
Oh,
So
I couldn't. I binged it.
Yeah,
Like,
so
I
it's
could not
like,
stop.
you know, oh, you snowed in, but you still have power. We'll just wrap that big old blanket scarf around yourself and turn on White Christmas, which I think is on Viki, right?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, it's on Viki.
but, I mean, I'm not sure it's for, like, 100% of the people out there. There might, you know, it is heavy suspense, so, like, if that gets you nervous, it might not be your jam. Like, if you're looking for happy cozy, it's not.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, it's very human nature dark. So, but it is not scary necessarily.
Yeah.
I wouldn't think.
Yeah.
And it does have the most incredible cast that you've ever seen in your
Really
entire
So pretty.
life. Not only pretty, but talented, too. Though, you know, we do like aesthetics over here at the Nunas. We appreciate the good-looking individual. But yeah, no, White Christmas is awesome. If you didn't steal one from me, I'm gonna go ahead and say that. I, with my choice, decided to strike a happy medium between cozy and suspense, because the drama that I really enjoyed watching while being all cuddled up was While You Were Sleeping. It is a supernatural suspense rom-com. It's supernatural. There's psychic powers. No, not psychic powers. They can see the future, right? Yeah. And so they all start dreaming of the future and then have to fix it. And it takes place in the wintertime, which is why I started watching it in the wintertime. But it's actually like, I'm really not selling this very well. This is my flu-addled brain. Anyway, it's a really good suspenseful rom-com, which I know sounds, what?
No, I mean, that's a genre
Like,
unto
that's its own thing. That's its own thing in Korea. And like the romance is really nice, though. Let's be honest, the second lead can get it. He's way better in every single way than the main lead, but is that really new in Korean? Because he's I'm just thinking of his beautiful little face. He's so nice. It has Susie in it. We all love Susie. She's fun. She's good. She actually is very, very likable in this drama. And then it has what's his face in it. He's in the military right now. Romance is a bonus book. I know his name. It's on the tip of my brain, ladies.
Well, now that you ask us.
I know. I was thinking, and it stars back, and then gone.
Anyway, y'all know who I'm talking about.
I'm looking up what we know the stuff he's in and what he looks like.
Yeah.
He's no, who I'm talking about. My brain just
Lee Jong.
You know that right now everybody listening is like screaming at us. Like,
right, we knew it the whole time. We're just gonna just creatively so it does.
No, I mean, you know our jam is the fact that we don't even know our own names, so it's okay.
Yeah.
I'm a visual person. I know his face. Like, you know, I just don't remember his name, but Lee Jong-suk, you say. Yes, Lee Jong-suk. I knew it all the time. It was in here.
It's there.
He's delightful. He plays a lawyer, I think. Is he a lawyer? Yeah, he's a lawyer. And she's like a reporter, and then there's like a murderer. It's all sorts of fun.
Then there are murderer romances.
Yeah, murder romance is just such a great winter genre. Like, it's like one of those like BOGOs. Like, you think you're getting romance, but you also get some murder for free on the side. Here you go. So yeah, no, it's a really good one. It also takes place in the wintertime, so there's some beautiful like snowfall kissing. You know, all that first snow, if you kiss your love and the first blah blah blah. I don't get that superstition because like I guess snow is just not that romantic here in Atlantic, Canada, because like 10 minutes after it snows, it's dirty slush. But for those where it doesn't snow very often, I can see how that would be romantic. But you, Jesse, what about you?
So I'm gonna pick a drama that's not, it's a mystery thriller / murder kind of show. It's called Erased. It's a Japanese drama. You can find it on Netflix. It's based on the anime and the manga. It is set during winter, so there is a lot of that too. It's about a kid who can like travel back in time, and he's trying to figure out something that happened. Okay, my cat's here now. She's like, oh, you're recording now. Cool, I'm here. And he's like trying to figure out this like thing that happened in his past. And what's really cool about it is that when he travels kind of back in his past, it's when he's like 8 or something, around that time. And so it's him figuring out all this stuff while he's still a young kid too. So it's got a lot of like mystery to it. It was really bingeable. I really enjoyed it. Yeah, it was set kind of during winter, and it's
is the anime and all that pretty good too?
I've not seen the anime, so I can't tell you if it's like really great. I haven't heard a lot of people like be upset by it though, so I'm assuming it's
along
probably
the same
as
lines.
Good as it could have been for a live action one. And it has again, we're not going to ever remember names here, but it has the kid who's the lead in the Kiss series, the Japanese version. So if you're a fan of him, which I really am, and that's why I had actually originally tried the drama, he's really good in it, and it's got some twists and turns that you don't expect in it too, so that's nice. And
is it Fujiwara Tatsuya?
There you go.
Your face was really funny when you were there.
Like, just off the top of my head would have happened.
I just thought of it just now. I did not Google it.
I'm memorizing Japanese actors. It's her like pastime now.
It's called going to the My Drama List tab and putting it in.
One of your How
did you find it though? Out of all those tabs.
No, she doesn't have 5 billion tabs anymore. Remember, her computer crashed.
I have like less than 10 tabs open right now, guys.
Oh my gosh, I don't even have a browser open.
I want to applaud you because
proud of you.
98 tabs. Her tabs cause like group anxiety.
I don't know how her computer works. Like I had 2 tabs open and my computer was like, nah, you're not going to be doing this. You're not going to be on this call.
I cleaned my computer. Like, I deleted a lot of programs out of it. My computer is a happy camper right now.
It's like I try to open a 3rd tab if I have Photoshop open, and my computer's like, girl, what is you doing? Like, no.
Anyway, back to Jesse's Erased. Sorry.
I mean, I was pretty much done. I really enjoyed it. I really like suspenseful, like psychological thrillers, and that one has that because there's a lot of things you don't understand and you don't know what's going to be going on, and then also kind of even though time travel is used a lot in dramas, I don't think it's used as commonly in like suspenseful dramas. It's usually used in like romantic comedy type dramas. So I enjoyed the time travel aspect of it in this show because it worked with the premise of the show. It's also on Netflix, so it's easy to find.
Also, did it have like kind of, does the viewer have limited knowledge kind of because the lead is young?
No, because it's almost like he's still aware of stuff. So like you'll have a voiceover and it's the kid like figuring out things. It's almost like he's still in the kind of like the mindset of the like 20-year-old or whatever he is.
Okay.
Yeah. I mean, it's definitely got some parts that are probably not the best for everyone, but just like White Christmas, it's not like terrible or anything like that.
It's not a jolly show, though.
No, it's not a jolly show, but I don't really, play that way.
Yeah, that's not really the jam.
So what about you, Amanda?
I think I'm going to go with possibly a slightly controversial, because I know people either love this one or hate it, but for me, when I think winter dramas, I think of Goblin. Like, there's so much snow in that show. They were hanging out in Canada, in Quebec in the winter, like it was, which Quebec in the winter is snow. Yeah. And it was beautiful, like beautiful shots of, and that scarf, that big red scarf. Actually, I was going to wear mine tonight and I forgot, but yeah, and it was fun and it was funny and, it had stuff like that in it, but it also had a lot of like sadness and tragedy and like, you poor characters. Like, and you just kind of know from the beginning, like, this just can't go well. Like, nobody is getting a happy ending here. Like, and they kind of do, but they don't. Like, even when it's good, it's not great. And, like, it just, yeah. But I enjoyed the ride, and it's really beautiful to watch. And,
Gong Yu.
Yeah.
Gong Yu.
Gong Yu, Dong Wook.
It's very pretty. It was
very
gorgeous.
I remember when it was on, I was at my sister's house, and I'll watch dramas at my sister's house all the time. And she just sort of half watches them. And I was just watching an episode of Goblin when it was like first airing. And she goes, "Oh, that one had money put behind it." And I was like, yeah, it did. It did for sure.
It was like the first one I ever watched that had really good high production values. And it was like stunning to watch. And you were like, whoa. Like, this is what it could be? This is what K-drama could look like? Oh, okay then. Like,
it was among a few of my first K-dramas too, to where I was like, oh, these are the fancy ones. Okay.
Fancy ones.
Well, because I had seen a couple of older ones, and then it was like, oh, this is pretty. Like, wow. It was fairly bittersweet, like 75% of the time.
And then speaking of Goblin, an exciting drama watching binging news, Netflix just signed a deal with the company that produced Goblin to basically stream all of their shows. So, it might be on Netflix soon.
Well, it's on Viki right now, isn't it?
I know. Well, I think so, but I guess that means maybe their license is ending.
And they probably won't, because the deal is to get more of their stuff, but like the majority of the deal is that they're producing new content for Netflix. So I could see them, still
I could see them having, like, maybe part of the contract being that they get first shot at stuff when it comes up for renewal or something too. Like, if I was Netflix, I'd put that in there, and if I was Studio Dragon, I'd probably give it to Netflix, because I'm like, I want your money, so okay.
Studio Dragon makes really good shows, so
that's true.
I'm pretty pumped for that.
Well, what we're all mostly wondering, though, is what their season structure will be.
As long as that doesn't, it just doesn't make any sense to me that Netflix,
It's so
who
stupid.
wants you to binge things,
Mm-hmm.
then takes something that like is so perfect for their model and goes, no, we're not gonna do that. Like, why? Why is this a thing?
It would be like taking a few seasons worth of Stranger Things and making it to where people cannot watch all the seasons together. Like, no, you cannot binge them together. You must
Or
only
halving
watch them.
the seasons that they put out. That's
Yeah,
what they like essentially is. Like
Right.
half that, and then like don't give them an option that they're gonna get the second season because
Like,
they don't
maybe
even
you
like
will,
tell
maybe
you.
You won't.
You won't know until like Love Alarm. They didn't like say that they're gonna have the second season until like what 2 months after, and even then, it's still not out. So
Yeah.
And it's not even like a full season. It's like they give you like 8 episodes, and then like that's not a full season, people.
yeah, it's not like you're getting like a nice cliffhanger on the like
No,
season.
it's like end in the middle of a scene, and they're like, okay, well, maybe we'll see you in 6 months, maybe we won't, we'll see. I don't know, like stop jerking us around here.
Well, if you're going to try to force Asian dramas into the Western season model, which is crummy in the first place, but if you're going to do that, at least end the season with a cliffhanger or something that feels like half an end.
Actually, yeah.
Like, do that.
Like not Jisoo walking away going, oh, what do I do now? And then we're done. And we're like, but, hey, where's the rest of the drama? Like, what kind of ending is that? I don't...
Netflix, it's like, the thing is, it's like, on one hand, I really appreciate the fact that Netflix is going full ham into more Asian content.
Yeah.
Because
Oh, yeah.
it's good, and even though...
Exposure, man.
Yeah, exposure is good, even though I did notice that they just added heirs.
Inheritors.
Characters.
Oh, the content inheritors?
Yeah, that's what it's called.
And that drama is literally the bane of my existence.
But it's
I'm
gonna
like,
get people on their service to
it
watch it.
It is. But I literally saw that, and then I took a screen cap on my phone, and I sent it from work to my husband, and I like sent him like a fist shaking gif, like, heirs. Ah! I swear, Airs has made its rounds on every single streaming service. They're like, ooh, you know what I think the people are really looking for?
Airs.
We need to bring Airs back. Everyone loves Airs. I digress. I feel like sometimes I'm alone in my just irrational hatred of the show.
If
Anyway.
I watched it, I wouldn't know.
Oh, you should. Okay, I will admit.
No, don't.
Whoops can get it.
Oh,
Whoops
yeah.
and Park Hyung-sik is also amazing in
If
it.
you want, you don't watch it for like. If you just watch it for the pretty, the whole cast is gorgeous. Yes,
Gorgeous.
like it's pretty to look at.
I
But
just- I have to admit, it is pure comedy where they're in LA and they found, like, they're in LA. Worst
they're literally in LA.
aspiring actors, and they hired the worst white actors you could possibly imagine.
It's shocking.
Like, it's shocking. Like, it's absolutely like
The
shocking.
teacher is like horrible, and you're like, but you don't even sound like you speak English.
Like the cop and the random stoner who, like,
Oh, the stoner friend.
you're just what is wrong? Like, do these people know how English works? Like, and it's not like when you're watching a show and they'll have like a random like Bulgarian or something who just so happens to live in Korea playing like the American and investor or whatever in Korea. They were in LA shooting.
they were surrounded by people who could be doing this. They had such a pull. Like
Literally, there's thousands of people in LA just looking for their shot at becoming an actor, and they hired the worst people you could possibly imagine to play Americans. Like, to be honest, I think it's a bit of a drag at how the rest of the world might see the average American, because Oh boy, is it rough. But we went, because of me, as usual, way off topic.
What are we doing? Where are we? Like, what's happening?
We're in winter. We are talking about winter.
Yeah, winter. And I think that it's time to play a little game that we all really enjoy, and we do all the time. And that is, we come up with the best winter drama you wish existed, but doesn't, because we live to make you sad with our amazing imaginations. All right, who wants to start us off? What genre are we going for this winter wonderland of a drama?
Do we want to do like a drama special or something? Like really switch it up?
I feel like we like combine everything that we've done. Like I think that we're talking like a supernatural drama special right now.
Okay.
Suspenseful. There has to be suspense.
Yeah. There doesn't have to be murder, but like a little bit of like a suspenseful intrigue.
Like some sort of supernatural element. I don't know. I like it.
Well, where do we want to start? Do we want to start like on the plot, or do we want to start like just finding some actors first?
That's the easiest way. Okay. Who do we like for our supernatural drama special?
No, isn't the first question always where are we going to put Jisoo?
Well, yes, obviously.
But tragic. He has to be tragic. We need him to be a beaten puppy. Like, this is our...
That's his wheelhouse. That's
and
what
you know what?
It's his wheelhouse, and we want to be sad in the winter, so, like...
What if he's a cameo in this? So he's not an actual, like, full-on character, but he comes in for, like, that random little cameo.
Okay, I got it.
The dead body at the beginning. And like it's Lash or something, you know. But...
Okay, I got to reveal. I know that Amanda and I do, but I assume more than just us enjoy the good hacker character, right?
Yeah.
You have like the mysterious like voice behind the computer who's like you never see, like who's, you know, helping out the main people with like computer skills or whatever, and then at the end you find out it was Jisoo all along.
Okay.
All right.
Okay.
So I feel like we're doing, like, I know we said no murder, but...
Well, we can have murder. I was just saying we don't need it.
You know, while we don't condone murder in real life, murder is always a very fun little plot in a drama, you know what I mean? You know what I'm saying?
As long as it's not surprise murder.
Yeah.
Agree to disagree, mon amour. I know, I'm the only one. It's fine. But I like when a show like starts on a murder. Like a show like Solomon's Perjury, that's another good winter show, by the way.
That is a good one.
And not a long one either, but yeah, I like when a show like starts on a murder and then it's like, and then you think that the show is about solving the murder, but the murder is but a machination into a larger conspiracy of criminal activity. I became Russian for some reason at the end of it.
Now I really, really want this to be like a live action Clue.
Oh,
yeah, I was thinking something like that. Kind of like how, because to me, White Christmas had that feel. A little bit. As far as everyone was wondering, was it this character here? Like, how did they do it? Like, constantly, that was kind of the one thing. I'm pretty much thinking Busted, but, like, serious and a drama.
Yeah.
With Jisoo as the hacker.
But you don't see him until the very end.
Yeah, in the last episode, he's revealed as, like, either the hacker or, like, the mastermind. Or both.
Well, he could be kind of, like, sending, like, email hints to people. You know, like, kind of like in White Christmas, they all had this letter telling them, you know, to stay, something would be revealed. And, like, maybe they all keep getting these, like, notes through the computer, and they don't know where they're coming from. But, like, it leads them all to each other and then to the answers that they're looking for.
Who's our main cast here?
I feel like we should go out of who we always pick. Like, you know, I'm always throwing out Soji Sub. But I recently started watching Psychopath Diary. And I am really feeling Yoon Shi-yoon.
Oh, he's good.
A delight.
Good actress.
He is a delight. Like, I liked him before. He's in one of my favorite K-dramas of all time, which is Mirror of the Witch. I think I'm, like, the only person on Earth who has that as their favorite drama. But it's really good if you like that sort of thing. That's another good winter drama, by the way. If you like being sad, you in for a treat, my friend. But, I feel like you would be good as, like, trying to... Sort of like, if we're going, like... So I'm thinking sort of like, have anyone besides me seen the movie Fabricated City?
I want to watch it, but I haven't seen it yet. I know the premise.
Okay, so no real spoilers. This all happens in like the first 20 minutes of the movie, and then so basically it follows Ji Chang-wook's character, who's like an amazing like video gamer, but just sort of a schlub. Anyway, he gets framed for a murder. And then busts out of jail, and his video game friends then have to help him, like, solve the conspiracy of, like, who actually done the murder. Something like that would kind of be fun.
Yeah.
Like, where there's a murder and sort of like The Fugitive, you know? Like,
okay, yeah.
They think he did it.
I do like it when characters who usually wouldn't be solving a mystery so like it's not as if it's a detective necessarily. There can be a detective in the cast, but the main people aren't that. It's other people who've gotten dragged into it, that it's not their wheelhouse necessarily.
Exactly. It's like the sort of like the not like the bumbling idiot trope, but just sort of like the unlikely heroes. The tag team of unlikely heroes banding together to against all odds. That's always fun.
Well, and I also kind of like when they're more normal people. Like, not really the player, because the player, they're kind of experts already in, like, their fields, kind of. And it's okay to have a couple people like that, but more, this person, the reason they're involved in it is because they're the victim of it or something, and that's why they have to figure it out.
It very much like, the Guardians Lookout, it's called, like, that, it was very much like, yes, she was a cop, and yes, this person was a hacker, but, like, none of them were, like, you know, they weren't, other than the one cop, they weren't really professionals. It was exactly that. They were, like, they came together because they were all victims of different, but sort of, it turns out, kind of maybe related crimes, and they all had unique talents, as people do, and you know, and then there's one kind of mastermind who figures out a way to, like, fit all their different things together to make them a team.
And then set it at Christmas time, because what's more jolly than murder at Christmas?
Yeah. Well, no, it's great because of, like, white snow on the ground and then dead body.
Blood spatter, like...
It just, visually, it just gets ya.
I'm going to suggest an actress.
Okay.
As far as who you know her from. So, from Romance is a Bonus Book, the second lead girl.
She is
Jung Jin.
Love
she
her.
Is great.
Love her.
Love her.
Pull off anything.
She's gorgeous. She's talented. She seems like a smart lady. Love her. I became New Jersey just then. I'm just going all over the world with accents.
When Natalia is under the flu influence, she becomes...
I just become insane. Well, like, my family's from Jersey, so... From Jersey. So the accent is very deep.
What do we want Jung Yoo-jin to do?
Well, I think that she needs to be, like, the best friend of whoever gets murdered. Okay? Yeah. But, are we going, like, real edgy or more, like, heartwarming? Are we going, like, Heartless City or more, like, Pinocchio? Like, what's our murder style here?
I feel like, okay, so you said, like, the idea of him being, like, a fugitive, like, they think he's the killer or whatever. I feel like somehow he's, like, the two of them wind up on the run together. Like, she thinks he's the killer at first, but, like, the more time they spend together, for some reason she realizes like this guy can't be the killer, and then they like band together and
or like some
possibly fall in
way
love.
he helps her, like the killer's coming for her and he's the one who helps her, so that's when she like solidifies that she knows that he's not the one.
Exactly. Yep.
See, if we were going like Heartless City style, then they would both be like sex workers. Okay. And so we got like a Jack the Ripper thing. Now, if we're going more Pinocchio style, okay, they're just, average ladies who are just being stalked by a killer. And then we got the mastermind Jisoo over in The Secret, like sending the guy messages like, run now, like, find this girl, like, help her.
Well, if it's like just a regular thing, that kind of ties in what Scott likes, where it's like just regular people. Because it also could be like, maybe she's in a job where it's conducive to being able to figure out, because like her job is like, maybe it's not like, you don't like figure out murders and stuff, but like the elements of doing it, her job, like
secretary at the law office or something. Like
no.
Really a lawyer, but
like a data entry person that already like looks at these things.
I have a perfect job that I don't think I've ever seen in a Korean drama before. She could be a crossword puzzle maker.
Are those popular in Korea?
I don't know. It's just a good job that someone who'd have to be good at.
Can you make a crossword puzzle?
No, actually, now that I think about it. I'm not sure if people set up for that. I take it back. I
wonder if they could. I don't know.
She could still be doing something. There's got to be a word.
I kind of have like an idea in my head of it being almost like something like the Pelican Brief, like almost where they're researchers or something, and the one of them, was researching something and made a connection between two completely random, and so they killed her, even though she didn't even know she knew the thing.
I always like that. Because like she didn't actually.
And
now you're just describing suspicious partners to me right now. That's the whole murder. She didn't know that she witnessed the murder, but she done witnessed the murder. That sort of thing is I like that. I'm a fan. I had another idea for a job she could have. Okay, she could be the person who comes up with the puzzles for like a variety show.
She's a variety show producer writer?
Yeah, like sort of like a variety show writer who has, who then sees something and a little suspicious. And then maybe the person who dies is like an actress who's on the variety show.
And it could also be a cameo.
Yes.
It could be Partner A, guys. As her busted up her ego, Reina.
Yes.
Who just shows up as like a heartwarming character to show how like sweet and kind she is, and then just gets ganked. and then like the guy who framed could just be like a camera operator or something that got like fired or something. So they're like, it's because of her that he got fired, and that's why he blah blah blah. But it's really like because he has footage of something that he shouldn't have, so they're trying to silence him. But she could be the editor. Oh shit, guys.
Yeah.
Okay, I had this thought too. Slightly different, but along those lines. What if they work on, like a variety show, but it's like something like Busted with like these crimes that they're solving, and she suddenly makes this connection that like all of the crimes that they've done, like that they're doing, are like actual crimes that happened in the past or something, and she's like,
no, they're actual crimes that as like she's filming.
She realizes that somebody on their team is probably the killer because like these things are happening simultaneously.
Oh my gosh.
She just knows who's on her team. She doesn't know if it's a producer, a director, but somebody she's working with is the killer, and she's making the connections, and nobody else is quite seeing it because the details are different enough. but she's like, wait a minute, we're like, this is
And
not-
then the guy who gets framed could be like an actor. So then there's like the whole like, she has, she knows, but she's the only one who knows that it wasn't him. So she's like helping him, but he has to always be disguises and shit because disguises are always fun. And then you can have like big hats and like big scarves covering his face as they like go on the run.
the black baseball cap.
Yeah,
Yeah. With everything.
Okay, now I feel like we need a character that's like, because I'm thinking of White Christmas. You need kind of like a psychopathic character that everyone thinks is probably the killer, but is not.
Isn't.
Like, it seems pretty twisted, but they're actually pretty smart. But like, there's obviously something wrong with them, so everyone just assumes that they're the ones that are causing all the chaos. Because maybe they like chaos in the first place, but they don't like it that bad.
Yeah.
Yeah.
They're like bad, but on not in this, like.
Not that realm.
They're
That's
like,
kind of bad. I like it.
it could be like a manager of one of the actors or something like that. So it's like in that like area, because like you always like suspect those characters, like the minor characters, but you still see them all the time because they're with a major character.
Mm-hmm.
Like the manager, the assistant,
Yeah.
the stylist, the the
they're all
makeup
the ones
artist.
that are treated like crap too, so they have like motive, right?
Yeah. Now, who would play that? Do we want to, like, not make it male and, like, put someone like Kim Sol-gi in it?
Oh, obviously. She's our girl.
Yeah.
She's our girl. She's our girl, my friends.
And she has such range. Like, she could be sweet, she could be silly, she could be a cold killer. Like,
Yeah.
I'd believe it. So, I like it.
Okay.
Guys, I think we did it again.
I mean, I'd watch this for sure.
Every time that we're not going to make another hit drama idea. We make another hit
We
drama.
haven't had our music tie-in yet. Usually we have one.
Oh, yeah, we don't have, like, an actual idol, do we?
We don't have an idol yet.
We always
Idol
get an
actor
idol.
as part of this, like, busted, like, fake busted show that they're,
Oh, yeah.
Okay.
there's
So we
idol
don't put, like, we put, what's her face? The girl that's actually in Busted.
Oh,
In as this.
Yes.
She's like the character, but not the character. Like, she's playing, like, a version of that character that you know is obviously hinting towards her character, but it's not.
I like it.
I'm confused about which girl we're talking about.
Not
In the busted cast or like in kind
in
of
the Busted
plot?
cute the idol from
Cute one, the little one.
I don't
The
know what
MC
group
Jung.
Yeah. Sejong. Yes. And then it's like you have like this opportunity if we're setting it up like it is sort of like a fake Busted that you have like a delightful cast of entertainer characters, right?
Yeah.
And then you can sort of play on their on-screen persona versus their off-screen persona, and so that's like a pool of suspects because like on screen they all love each other like a family, but off-screen they all hate each other. Like
Completely different, or they're really terrible. You have the one actor who's just like, as soon as he's off camera, he's like demanding things from everyone. And
being abusive and shit. Yes.
so what we're saying is we need to come up with like a production company and start our own like drama.
Good ideas, guys. We're just a fountain of information that these listen, we should be talking to Netflix. We're now having a production deal with Studio Dragon, like Netflix
and Certified Nunas.
ideas we could help with. You want to pay us a little money? We will give them to you. We will license our ideas to you, Netflix. But I swear to God, if like somehow suddenly these shows start appearing as reality, I'm gonna be real suspicious.
But also, I'll probably still watch them because then someone else did the work of like actually writing it.
that's
So
Oh, you're right. You're right.
Because if there's one thing that we've actually learned from dramas is being a drama writer is not fun.
No.
No, that's true.
No. I don't want to have to like deal with PP.
People personally.
The director who completely changes the direction of your plot for the end, and then you're like, but how do I get there in the next 4 episodes? Because
and
we're not there, my friend. Like,
the whole thing written, and they're like, we need to extend it by 4 episodes.
You're like,
I ain't gonna do it. I ain't gonna do it.
Or, hey, you need more romance. And it's like, are you kidding me right now?
and Natalia's like, I'll give you some romance.
They're like, not that kind.
Hey, Thailand, get out of here with your gayness. I just was laughing, speaking of that there was someone who was getting mad at, like, just someone who was writing, like, a K-pop ship fanfic. What? Just harmless, whatever. And the person was, like, really incensed about shipping, and their argument for why you shouldn't ship was, there's no gay people in Korea. And I was like, girl, statistically, you incorrect. Like, no. No, that's not accurate. There's the whole ass gay pride parade. BOA just performed at it this year. Like, no. But, yeah, so it's almost a new month. And some shows we've been enjoying are ending.
Aww.
We said we can go. However, all that means is that there's now room for brand new shows for us to spend all of our time watching. So, like, what's coming up that people are into? What we're looking forward to in the coming month? Anything? I did notice, though it is not a new show, Netflix is adding the Korean version of Suits to Netflix, so we can all finally watch that.
I am really excited for Triad Princess, which is
Yeah.
the Jasper show. And what's her face from Behind Your Smile?
Oh.
I don't know her.
I don't know.
I don't even kind of know her name. Like,
I can't think of it either, but
No idea.
Yeah.
she was good and behind your smile, so
yeah. So I'm
Sounds
like
good.
here. Yes, perfect. It's gonna be on Netflix. Wonderful, great. I'm always ready to watch Jasper on screen. So there's that.
Aren't we all? Crash Landing for You. That looks interesting.
I'm all over that one. So
It's
and I have not watched
Awesome.
any trailers. I'm just going to enjoy it as it happens.
Yeah, like, I just saw Hyun Bin, and I saw him in a really nice uniform, and I was like, I'm in.
All I had to hear is Hyun Bin as a North Korean blah blah. Okay, yeah. It's
You're
fine.
like, all right, you got me. It's actually like there's not like a huge amount that are starting for sure.
no.
I'm really looking forward to Stove League. It's a sports drama.
It is, but the cast seems really good.
It is. So I'm looking forward. Fingers crossed. I'm looking forward to that one being fun to watch at least.
Yeah.
So there's
I like me a sports drama. So and baseball nonetheless. Like I love baseball. I hate baseball and golf, but I love baseball and golf movies and dramas. Like I don't know why, but I love them so much. Like so much. So
My parents do that a lot with American baseball movies. We're not a baseball family, but they love baseball movies.
yeah, I love.
listen.
But it's always inspirational and stuff, like
Yeah,
the way.
It's true. Yeah, they are very.
I hate watching baseball, but you put on Angel in the outfield.
Yeah.
Like, what a classic caper. Or Rookie of the Year. Does anyone remember Rookie of the Year? Anyway, speaking of dramas, Netflix is adding a new Chinese sports drama called Prince of Tennis. That comes December 4th. That looks
Is it after? Is it like based on the Japanese anime? The
It is.
tennis anime?
Is based on the Japanese anime manga by Takeshi Konomi, Prince of Tennis. So
It's
Interesting.
very, 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 very popular sports anime. So I've never watched it because I really wasn't into sports animes. But I'm kind of interested with Diary of a Prosecutor. Which stars the people that like I'm never gonna remember names, but the guy from Coffee Prince and Maya Ajishi.
Yeah.
The guy. Deep voice lisp. I don't know what his name is. But deep voice lisp.
But I really haven't I haven't looked to it at all to see what it's actually about too. So this is kind of based on
I read somewhere that it's just like a slice of life about a prosecutor's office, like people in a prosecutor's office.
If
so
it's like slice of life, I think I'll be into it. If it's like more like actual like politicky, no. But we'll see.
Yeah.
Yeah. I feel like there's never usually a huge amount of new dramas in December.
And maybe that's another reason why I find myself I end up watching older.
Yeah, like you binge. Though, and like, continuing on until we meet again continues. You should all watch it on Netflix. It's amazing. Watch it. So good.
So, I'm just gonna say this. So the Parkman Young, Sokong Jun, it's gonna be all the way in summer. Is that what I'm seeing?
Oh.
I think maybe. Yeah, it sounds like
Golly goobers, that is forever from now. Okay.
You say that, and then it's gonna be like tomorrow, and we're there.
True. There's plenty to watch.
You never know. They'll just
November's almost done, and I don't know how. Like next week is American Thanksgiving. How? Why? How is this happening?
And it'll be Christmas. Like it'll just after that it's just Christmas.
I know. We're putting up our Christmas tree this weekend. I'm so confused. Like, where did this go? Anyway, winter has come, and we hope that you all enjoy watching some winter dramas in whatever your style of winter drama might be. Maybe you like the heartwarming romance, like the Hallmark movie style, or maybe you like more of the suspenseful crime dramas like a few of us do. Whatever it is, I hope that you sit there and wrap up warm, drink some cocoa or tea, and really enjoy yourself watching them as the weather gets colder. If it gets colder where you are. If it gets hotter, you do you, boo-boo. You can still binge watch. We don't judge. Like, you do whatever you want to do. We just live in cold places. So, anyway, we hope that you have a wonderful week. If you're listening to us somewhere, thank you. But you can also find us on Spotify, Podbean, Google Play, Apple iTunes, Stitcher, YouTube, we're there too. And of course, all of our episodes are uploaded on our website, certifiednewness.com, in addition to some fun quizzes and some articles are coming, and we have merchandise. I don't know, whatever you like. And if you want to help support the podcast, you can go to ko-fi.com/certifiednewness and send us a few bucks. We hope you have a good week, and stay toasty, everyone. Bye!